today's topic is going to be, well, before we get there, I do have my tomatoes basting over here. I haven't seasoned them, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that before I get into the topics. So you guys can be with me for a second while you get a quick glimpse into my special seasoning cabinet. I hope the camera is set up to where y'all can't see, because this is gonna be some money one day, and I don't need y'all to be trying to take my recipes. But I love you. This is for the bachelors. This is for the bachelors or anybody that's at home that just feel like they need just tired of fast food. Tired of fast food and trying to get an opportunity to eat a little healthy. That's that grind pepper, with the grinder. You can get it in a little box with the little sprinkles, but this makes it taste a little better in my opinion. But yeah, so my cooking is designed to help, people like me that's just trying to get a quick meal, even though it is very late. It is late. Look at this time. I'm still up and I'm cooking this time of night. It's Saturday. I'm cooking a little bit. So I got my first ingredient in there. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. My heart is a little hurt because my secret ingredient, and this is what makes it me. This takes it away from my grandma's recipe, takes it away from my mother's recipe, is that I add this right here. And I found this on a whim because I was trying new spices, trying new things. So yeah, I'm down to like my last and I'm hurt. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can grind up at least a little bit of it. I'm gonna try to hide it. I might even blur it out in the camera. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. But still, I'm gonna grind it up a little bit. And it's hurting my feelings that I ain't getting what I want out of it. But it is what it is. Just know that if you ever do get an opportunity to taste this soup, that is always going to give you the 100% flavor of everything. And I won't slip like I did tonight. Man, it's 12:30. I've been drinking Pinot. You know how I do? I drink Pinot. I'm chilling. That's what I do. Saturday night, I'm cooking. Y'all kicking it with me, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, yo. So look, I got my secret ingredients in now. I got to throw a couple more things in here. And then we're going to get into today's topic. Now, today's topic, there we go. I want to make sure I heard them noises from the ancestors when they told me to stop. Stop, baby. Just stop, baby. You ain't got to put no more in there. That's enough. If you got to add some more later, we'll holler at you. So I had to hear those verses before I got into my actual conversation. So yeah, so today's topic, the top 10. I got 20. I wish it was 20 hot albums of 2020. That'd be lined up, right? But nah. You might got 10, in my opinion. These are all 10 albums that I purchased. We'll get right into the list because my soup doesn't take that long. It's basically, well, it takes a while at the end, but to prepare it doesn't take a while. It's real quick to prepare it. But the important part is the low heat simmering, which comes later, and I'll explain that. So yeah, so we'll jump right into today's topic. So today's topic again, top 10 albums of 2020. Whew, it was a hard list. And again, it was based on just albums I purchased. I'm gonna start out at the bottom of my list. This is a list that I wrote up real quick, just to, it didn't have it in any particular order. It really didn't. I just kind of wrote it up. Now my top 3, because I did put a little thought behind it, might be significant in order, but anything between 10 and 3, just random, because that's what I felt like I wanted to, that's actually what I purchased, and these are the albums that I listened to this year. So here we go. So number 10 is going to be Black Thought. And that was the, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes. I gotta read my notes. That was the Streams of Thought 3. Now, I have to be honest, I've always been a Roots fan. I've always been a Black Thought fan. He's one of my top 20 MCs. If you tuned in to my last episode of the top 5, he didn't make my top 5, and arguably he could have. And if you guys disagree with my top 5, of course, check out my old video and then take an opportunity to leave your comments below. I'm willing to have the conversation. I usually respond. So, but he's always one of my great guys. So when Black Thought dropped anything, I was like, let's buy it. I've always purchased everything Roots. My cousin, again, one of my cousins that passed, Ronnie Moss, rest in peace. He was a great Roots fan, and he kind of helped open my eyes up on the Roots. So yeah, so Black Thought is a great MC. So I purchased the album. Not gonna go in a lot of details about the album, to be honest, because I didn't hear a lot of the album. I bought it because I wanted to hear it. I might have heard about 3, 5, 7 songs on it. And then I think at that time something else came out, and it just threw my whole listening process off. But it was one of the albums that I purchased this year, and I do think that it is always Black Thought couldn't fail. So that was my number 10 album for the year. Now my number 9, I'm just going up my list. It's kind of outside of my norm. I have purchased one of this artist's albums maybe one time in the past, and I've listened to a couple of bootlegs back in the day. And I was in Atlanta when he actually began to make his rise, so I was there in the early beginning stages of this artist. So I seen him, and you know, I think he has skills. He definitely does. He definitely does. I think one of his main artists that inspires him is Jay-Z. So of course, if you're a whole fan, you're cool with me. So I did buy his album. The album is pretty cool. He got some jams on there. He started out the usual him, and then ended up trying to do the new him. The new him is different than what we know. And but I do applaud any black man who's trying to improve, or any man period is just trying to improve himself. That's a great thing to do. So, and especially through your main platform, which is music. So, so my number 9 will go to T.I. and his album The Libra. Some nice joints on there. So I listened to that album and I ran through it, and I still play it now. I put the sunroof back and I bumped that with that Hypno. That's my joint. But shout out to T.I. for making that number 9 spot, and also Black Thought for making my number 10. We'll go ahead and do my number 8 while my tomatoes are, we'll call it simmering. Right now, we gotta cook those things down until they get to a certain tenderness. Now, this is early in the process, and after I add the extra vegetables to this tomato bath, and last week I called it a beef bath, but today it's a tomato bath. So I'm gonna stir it up a little bit, just let those things kind of get those seasonings set in them suppressors, you know, and let those things sit for a moment while they simmer back in the back. Yeah, so I added my little base spices to this, and letting that just kind of chill for a moment. Doing pretty good right now, so it's all good. So we'll add everything else in a moment. So I'll go ahead and give you guys my number 8 on this countdown.
King Gahi. It's the mind of a madman, sorta like Einstein. Between genius and insanity lies a fine line. It be building up the man in me heavy when I rhyme, pushing weight like a felony headed for mad time. See, I'm comparable to MJ in his prime.